Hi everyone, my name is Dhanashree and among all the other things that I do that I'm also a mother. And as a mother, I have had my own set of funny experiences, unsolicited advice that I've received, and also heard similar experiences from my friends. So why not make a fun video on this? So when children are small, pediatricians weigh them at every pediatrician visit during vaccinations to make sure that the weight is aligned to the right, whatever as per the standards, and medicines also is prescribed immediately. So that's a physical weighing scale that exists, and accordingly, medication and other things are prescribed. But there's an invisible weighing scale, and it only comes into play when the mother goes with the baby to her mica. So after she comes from her mica, her mom's place, the weighing scale says invisible and nobody knows, but the sasural folks have it. कितना सूख गया है मेरा बच्चा, looking at the grandchild, कुछ खाने को ही नहीं दिया, आओ मैं खिलाती हूँ. See, nobody is going to do this khilafah business, you only have to do it. But it's a mandatory statement, like good morning, good evening, you wish when you meet somebody in the morning, a mandatory statement when a mother comes from her mica, कितना सूख गया है बच्चा. I'm sure you experienced this as well. And in India, in parenting, there's a lot of focus, that mothers should do self-care, should find time for yourself. Every other person, will tell you that. The funny thing is, nobody will tell you how to do it. So the other day, I was talking to a friend who is apparently a super mom, and she's talking, how you should find time for self-care, and you should not take so much stress. And then, okay, just as I was about to leave, she tells me, you know what? I put this Rohit in some coaching center and they're so good. You should also put your kid, and it will be really nice and all of those things. So a mother is expected to do childcare, to put her kids in so many coaching classes, as well as to have time for self-care. Wow, quite interesting. There are other set of funny fellow mom experiences that I had. So I remember my kid had once gone to a competition, or something in the school, not a competition actually, some activity in the school, and she had dressed up by herself. I was in a very important work related meeting, and I received multiple missed calls, and I sort of ignored, and then I called back this number, what happened, and then this fellow parent is telling me, oh my goodness, you sent your daughter dressed up and you didn't even tell me. Okay, here it's a surprise for me that my daughter went dressed up. And second surprise to me is, why is she having a problem? Apparently, her daughter felt bad that my daughter was dressed up. I mean, parents these days can have problems with anything and everything. The other thing, the funny thing that I've noticed these days is, parents have to justify whatever they have to do for the kids. So I remember one fellow parent telling me how she took her kid to travel right from 6 months, and how the kid enjoyed, how the kid has exposure. I mean, 6 months, you don't even probably know to pee without a diaper. You're telling me the child has got exposure and he understands. You probably don't know vision from a distance. I mean, you have to check the scientific this thing, how long can a kid see. Telling me the child enjoyed in a zoo. I mean, parenting self-aggrandization to anything. Okay. The other funny thing is, my child was once a class monitor, and I was receiving queries from people. What did I do to make a child a class monitor? The funny thing I told them is I was actually doing nothing. People can't believe that sometimes doing nothing is also great, leaving child in a mind of their own. But yeah, this is what it is.